field. Sideline ball at the far side. Cuts it neatly in towards Isaki O'Halpine. Going back to Gathers Big Walsh. Brings Clinton Hennessy into the game. He goes for distance. Down towards Maurice Shanahan. Runs on kindly. Towards another one of the Shanahans. Dan the man. Referee spotted the foul on Owen Cadigan by Owen Kelly. And that's going to be a free for Cork.
Yeah, good ball by Dan Shanahan in front, and you can see Owen Cadigan out in front. As the lads are saying, he's done very, very well, particularly in the second half, and out in front of Owen Kelly again there.
Gardner with the fray. Up towards Paddy O'Sullivan. Niall McCarthy did well, went down low to scoop it up. Good block down by Tony Brown. Comes to the break. Gives it long towards Maurice Shanahan. Nice stick work again, keeping it in. Now, who touched that last? Referee Dickie Murphy wasn't too sure. Sideline linesman Dickie Murphy wasn't too sure. Brian Gavin felt it was a Waterford ball. I wonder. Let's just have a look at it again. Here's Maurice Shanahan touching it. Now, who touched it last?
50-50, yeah, 50-50.
And we're not on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Michael.
As the fellow at home in our dressing room one time said, it's 60-50.
Nice cut in by Richie Foley. Kevin Moore unable to control it. Good work by Brian O'Halloran. Ray Ryan is pulled down by O'Halloran. That's going to be a free for Cork. No question whatsoever.
Yeah, just a hand in there, just pulled them back. You know, not much in it, but it is a free.
Four times these counties have been level. And it's such a wet, miserable evening now here in Tipperary that the towels have to be brought out. The wipe has to be on the hurley to make sure the grip is right. And here's John Gardner. Michael Cusson tries to get a touch. Stephen Malumphey is back there helping out his defence. Again, Niall McCarthy. See the way he goes down really low to try and get the ball. Isaki O'Halpine. Stephen Malumphey to Cusson again. Good calling by Ray Ryan. Went off a Waterford man. Happens to be Richie Foley. Sideline ball Cork. Over 6 minutes gone. Just 4 minutes to go now in the first period of extra time. Ben O'Connor could well have an idea about cutting this all the way over the bar. He's already scored a goal and 4 points. You can see he's pretty focused on trying to raise a white flag here. Cuts it beautifully, dropping right in. Good defending again by the brick. Unable to keep it in play is Jamie Nagle. Owen McGrath's warming up along the sideline, so he's going to be introduced. John Milan has, by the way, donned the top of a tracksuit, but I wouldn't be surprised if Milan thought about coming back in again. I think that may well happen.
Yeah, he's certainly keeping on his toes there and he's limbering up. Owen McGrath definitely ready to come in now in the next minute or two.
All-star twice, 0-3 and 0-8. Good cut as far as Richie Murphy. In comes Cusson. Stopped this time by Jamie Nagle. Stephen Malumphey showing a bit of leadership. Knocked away by Cusson. Ben O'Connor leaves it. As Cork try and put a combination here. Kenneth Egan is showing great tenacity and determination, considering that it is his Munster Championship debut this evening. Here comes Paddy O'Sullivan. Back out first William Egan. Ben O'Connor takes responsibility. Unmarked in the middle. Michael Cusson slices it off the hurl. But to be fair to Michael Cusson, it's possibly the grip because it is raining here, making it very difficult.
The conditions are very bad.
This was a chance though, Michael.
Yeah, it's a very easy chance, you know, but it is very, very difficult out there now. The rain coming down much heavier, and every score now is like goal dust. You know, there's only been 1 point each in the extra time period, so you know any chance like that has to be taken. Great catch by Dan Shanahan.
Dan the man, hurler of the year a few seasons ago. Owen Kelly is down in a race for possession with Owen Cadigan. Still Kelly. protesting, but the referee is saying play on. Coming in is Saki O'Halpine. Difficult angle. He won't curl. Good effort for right of the post. And that gives Cork 12 wides in this game. And interestingly, just 5 wides for Waterford. Down at the other end, I can reveal that Owen Kelly is fitted well. Colin Naughton gets a touch. Richie Foley leaving it for Shane O'Sullivan. There's a clear push in the back on Shane O'Sullivan from William Egan. Free for Waterford.
Yeah, there's certainly something going on between Owen Kelly and Owen Cadigan down off the ball. Kelly went down the last time, and then he seemed to, when he went back in, there was certainly an incident with Owen Cadigan, and Don Logue is trying to get the umpire's attention.
Brian Gavin is going down to have a brief meeting with his umpires, and down there, by the way, is his own brother David and William Flynn from for Ban. And let's see, there is consultation and there is communication this time between the referee and the officials. And it's Owen Kelly and Owen Cadigan have been battling, having their own battle. Now, this is a deep conversation, actually, isn't it?
I predict 2 yellow cards for the two of them. That's what normally happens in these games. But defence what? I didn't see it.
And Donald Cusick was also involved in the sense that he was protesting to the referee to come down and talk to his umpires.
There's been a lot of that. Asaki was at it the last day trying to influence the ref, I thought, and lads arguing over frees when the free is given against them, arguing with the ref consistently.
And Brian Gavin is having a word, and he has in fact isolated Owen Kelly. I'm pretty sure it could be a yellow card based on what
it could be more, I'd say, the way Owen Kelly is looking.
Brian Gavin, one of the top referees, in fact he refereed that All-Ireland quarter-final a few seasons ago in Croke Park, and Owen Kelly is definitely getting a lecture, and I think it's going to be a yellow card when it's shown eventually. There it is. But good communication between the referee and his umpires.
Yeah.
As normal. So this is going to be a free in the middle of the field.
Tony Brown has taken on the responsibility.
Slight wind to his back, more crossfield than anything else. Scored a goal to force the replay. Scores a point in extra time of that replay. And Waterford sneak in front.
Huge leadership again there, Marty. Owen Kelly had missed a couple of frees, and just before the end of normal time, and Tony Brown took on the responsibility there and straight over the bar.
Well, great leadership indeed being shown by Tony Brown, who took responsibility. He had no frees taken all evening here in Thurles, and just on the break of half-time, of extra time, he puts his county in front.
Yeah, and I see John Milan putting his helmet back on, Marty. You were saying there from the start he might go back in. It looks like he is going to go back in.
So half-time is Waterford 16 points, Cork 112, 1 point between the teams.
Marty, we'll give you a little break there just for a moment or two while the sides switch ends for the remaining 10 minutes. It may not be the remaining 10 minutes of this Munster final, because we could go to another replay if they don't separate it, but it is Waterford with the advantage by a point at the moment. Let's hear from the panel here, from Cyril Tomas and from Ger.
Well,
at this words stage, of wisdom for us?
At this stage, it's like two punch-drunk fighters, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a case of who'll deliver the knockout blow now, because they're just dead on their feet.
Yeah.
It's just pure instinct and determination that's keeping them going. Because after last Sunday and after that, because forget about the quality. It has been real high intensity. The tackling, the work rate, the running off the ball has been of the highest degree, and so they're worn out by now. So it's a simple thing now that'll win the game.
Absolutely.
A slip.
And it is difficult conditions out there.
Very
on the foot now, it's the lot of rain after falling as well. So it is survival of the fittest at this stage. And I think one mistake or one bit of inspiration from somebody will win this match.
I thought, lads, Tony Brown took great leadership there.
Oh, yeah.
That was a long range free. It didn't show him off camera to go in around the full back to see what was happening, the full back, the full forward, but he pushed everyone else away. He said, I'm going to take this. Owen Kelly's half gone out, Owen missed a few. It showed the leadership. He believed he was going to pot it. Now it looks easy from here, but he was still 65 yards out. It's straight in front, but he had to do it. So he has that quality the whole time. It's still in Waterford's hands to win this. They are the point up. There's only 10 minutes to go. It can be anyone's game, but you'd imagine that Waterford should win it from here.
Well, that's what Cyril Farrell says. Brave man. Let's see what happens. Back to Marty and Michael.
Thank you very much, Michael. Just 3 scores in that first period of extra time. Kevin Moran, Kenneth Egan and Tony Brown. But Tony Brown scoring that point from a free.
Well, John Milan didn't go back in, Marty. Owen McGrath has gone on there. I think young Brian O'Halloran has gone off again.
A little bit of experience perhaps now required. Although Brian O'Halloran did quite well. But I'm sure the Waterford management feel that the experience of Owen McGrath could well be a factor here. Free for Cork in the middle of the field. Going to be taken by John Gardner. Remember, one of the highlights of the second half was that penalty save. Combination of Clinton Hennessy and Shane O'Sullivan. From this man, John Gardner. Difficult to control as the rain falls. Out comes Isaki O'Halpine. There too is Rick Walsh. Gets it down. Good hands by Shane O'Sullivan. Cushion just arrived a little bit late. Long ball up towards Owen McGrath. Can he make an impact now that he's introduced? Sideline ball is going to Cork. Well cut in by John Gardner. First to it is Luke O'Farrell. And that ball is wide. 13 wides for Cork to Waterford's 5.
It's whoever who makes the least mistakes, Marty. Owen McGrath, on the ball, hand passed it out over the line. Luke O'Farrell, loads of time there, came out, won a great ball ahead of Brick Walsh, but then tucks it wide. You just have to settle on the ball. In a tight game like this, you can't be panicking.
Tom Kenny knocked off his hurl. Linesman indicates it's a Cork ball. Waterford going to introduce another substitute, by the way. And it looks like Ken McGrath is going to be coming on for Kevin Moran, who scored that first point in the first period of extra time. Battling hard is Jamie Nagle. So too is Richie Foley. Ben O'Connor chasing after him. Trying to scramble it for Shane O'Sullivan. Sullivan did well. Ballygunnerman. Back to Noel Connors. Gets a good strike of the sliotar. Down the middle, up comes Gardner. Pulled on first time. Combination play. It comes to Dan the man. He hits it. Oh, Donald Cruz got a touch, but the ball is in the net. They rejoice around Semple Stadium. Is that Waterford's 9th Munster title? 12 and a half minutes. Owen McGrath. It's the old boys, the old kids on the block, and old Joel O'Cusick was just centimetres away from stopping it, but the power of it was magnificent, and it is Dan the man.
Yeah, Marty, you have to credit. I said Owen McGrath made a mistake before. Lovely little flick on, and Mara Shannon hit a ball on the ground. I was just going to say before, the very little ground hurling and even like this, where the ball will fly off the greasy surface. Great little ball flick in by Owen McGrath, and a great like Dan did the right thing. He hit it low. I thought he should have carried it a bit further. Wasn't it? Just skidded off the ground. He kept it low and into the net. And Ken McGrath brought on there as well. Now a huge lift all round to Waterford.
Is Davy Fitzgerald about to guide Waterford to a Munster title? Remember, as Michael was saying, the winners will be avoiding Kilkenny in an All-Ireland semi-final. The losers will have to face a qualifier next Sunday. And fatigue and tiredness going to be a factor. Can Cork respond? Waterford now, full of confidence. Over for his own Kelly. Just outside his own half of the field. He's given it absolutely everything. And I'm afraid it's right and wide. 4 points between the teams. 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, look at this again, Brick Walsh. Like, he's certainly given away 3 or 4 inches to Michael Cusson, but he's fielding throughout the game. It's been brilliant. Brilliant catch there by John Gardner as well.
Ball sent in fast towards Isaki. Knocked away. There's Luke O'Farrell trying to make an angle. Sent in across the face of the goal. Paddy O'Sullivan chasing after it. So too Isaki O'Halpine with Richie Foley with him, right beside him. Who touched it last? Umpire says Isaki O'Halpine. And I have a feeling it's the right call.
Yeah, I got it right, yeah. Yeah, just off his boot, yeah. but fantastic. We said it before the game, maybe the Waterford bench, you know, the likes of Dan Morris, Shannon, Ken McGrath, you know, really top class players we have to bring off the bench, and you saw two of them combining there for the goal, and Owen McGrath, of course.
It's 9:15 on a Saturday night, and while many people, traditionalists, might feel replays for Munster finals should only be on a Sunday, this second half is certainly an indication of perhaps maybe the future, because this is looking good. A wonderful arena under floodlights, Cork and Waterford in the second period of extra time. Cathal Naughton picking up a knock. Referee has blown his whistle and he's going to show perhaps a yellow card, at least a finger wagging. There's more than that on the way, I think, for Tony Brown. Yellow card for the right half back.
Yeah, Marty, crucial free here again. You know, I know it's been a low scoring game and 4 points is a good lead, but if you can put this over the bar, 3 points, you know, it's only puck at the ball, and you know, it's not over yet.
Ben O'Connor has already scored a goal and 4 points in the replay. Happy to take the point here. 3 points between the teams. 4 minutes left. Did I say mist earlier? Correction. It is now pouring out of the heavens. But there's nobody in the 22,000 attendants leaving Semple Stadium. It might have been dull and uneventful first half. Plenty to talk about in the second. Waterford protest vehemently to the Wexford linesman, and Davy Fitzgerald would be well advised to stay away from the linesman at this stage and let the game continue. Who got the last touch?
I think it was Owen McGrath off his hurling. I think the linesman got it right, but whether he's right or wrong,
the linesman is right.
Yeah, but this type of thing is crazy. You know, roaring and falling at a linesman like that. He's only out there doing a job.
And it takes a lot of courage because he's there on his own, and passions are high. Good work by Jamie Nagle. Distance is what it's all about. Owen Cadigan never took his eye off it. Dan the man tried to scoop it up. Cadigan is there once more. Bursting forward is Tom Kenny. Runs kindly for Cathal Naughton. Cork need to score here and they need a goal. A point is no good. Paddy Sullivan. Tony Brown swings it back down into Cork territory. Up comes John Gardner. Ball falls kindly for Tom Kenny. Tries to burst past two Waterford players. One of them is Owen Kelly. Free to Cork. 17 and a half minutes played. 2.5 to go. John Gardner knows well that he has to drop it in. Isaki O'Halpine goes up for it. Backs to the wall as Waterford defend. Noel Connors tries to scoop it up. Comes back out for Tony Brown. Flicks it down that right wing, down towards Maurice Shanahan. One here by Brian Murphy. Cathal Naughton says leave it. Goes around the scenic route, makes an angle. Happy perhaps to drop this one in again towards Isaki. Not a great ball to the left of the post. Great fielding by Tony Brown. Nowhere to go. Hand passed outside. Comes out for his Declan Prendergast and he relieves the pressure. Tom Kenny says leave it, which Ray Ryan does. Sideline ball for Cork. Davy Fitzgerald anxious, tense along the sideline. Well won by Michael Cusson. This is a far better ball. Here comes Isaki. Needed to get it first time. Jamie Nagle, Tony Brown there. Nagle takes control. Whips it down the middle. Nobody there in a white jersey. Ray Ryan is there. Flicks it forward for Cathal Naughton. Not a great ball. Has to control it, turn. Drops this in again. It's a poor quality. Should be easy for Brick Walsh. Lays it out just a little bit. Out for his own Kelly. He's the left half forward and look where he is. Playing almost right corner back. Down towards Dan Shanahan. Tom Kenny. Lovely control. Slipper now in hand. Hand passes it across to Brian Murphy. Lovely little dummy. Referee blows his whistle. Free to Cork. Yes. And Owen McGrath, indeed, name is going to be mentioned.
Yeah, I just think, you know, Waterford obviously got very defensive. They're all behind the ball, and you know they're putting themselves under fierce pressure. They've nobody left up the field to win the ball in the half-forward line, and you know it's a dangerous way to be playing. But this is more than likely the last chance Cork are going to have.
Less than 30 seconds to go. 1 minute of additional time. The atmosphere around Semple Stadium is as good as a Sunday afternoon. It's 9:20.
Well, you have the real supporters here, Marty. That's why.
Dropping in, it's gone again to the left. It needed to be around the goalpost. Out comes Tony Brown to control it before it goes over the end line. Quick down the field again, down towards Dan Shanahan, out over the sideline. Sideline ball for Cork. 20 minutes have been played. We're into injury time in the second period of extra time. What can Cork do? Can they produce something from this sideline? Is the Munster Championship Cup, is the Munster title going to Waterford for the 9th time? Owen McGrath is back there. Hooked this time by Michael Cusson. Can he do something? Here's Nocton. Has to be lobbed in. It's the last for Niall McCarthy. They're working in. Nocton with the shot. Blocked this time. And out over the sideline for another line ball for Cork. The rain is pouring down. The Waterford subs and mentors, everybody is along the sideline. They can hardly watch. The referee has blown his whistle. But there's a Cork man down injured. No, Waterford man, is it?
I think it could be Tony Brown, yeah. It is. He dived in there full length over Cahill and probably got hit with the ball, I'd say.
Seems to have a red mark, some blood there in his arm as well.
Yeah, he was very brave. I might get a chance to look at it again here. You just see the ball come into Cahill and watch Tony Brown. Ball hit him straight into the face there, yeah.
This is it. This is the moment. We're into injury time. We've 16, almost 20 seconds of injury time played. 40 seconds left. Ben O'Connor floats it in. Who can get there? Whipped away. Down the field again. The referee blows the full-time whistle. And Waterford are Munster champions. Dan the man is the hero. He's the one that got the goal. Last Sunday was Tony Brown at 37 years of age that got the equaliser that forced the replay. It's the old kids on the block that have done it for the Dishies, combined with a cocktail of young fellas, managed by a man from Clare from 6 Mile Bridge. Put it all together and you have Waterford's 9th Munster title. What a battle.
Yeah, Marty, it's a fantastic, historic win. Extra time under lights in Thurles, the spiritual home of hurling, I suppose, and fantastic with heart and determination. Tony Brown epitomised it there in the second half of extra time. Brick Walsh, players like that, absolutely outstanding. And how ironic that Dan Shanahan, the man who scored so many goals here against Cork and in Munster finals, gets the winning goal. And fantastic, well done to Waterford. And it'll be tough for Cork next Sunday now to come back.
Waterford's first title in 1938, their last in 2007, and here tonight in Semple Stadium, Thurles, on a historic night under floodlights, it's Waterford 116, Cork 113. Waterford are champions. Do stay with us. We'll be back with a lot more after the break.
Centra, ahead of the game. All prize bonds have magical power. They can come to life. Thousands of cash prizes are won every week, and €1 million every month. And what's more, you can always have your money back. Prize bonds. You can sleep soundly, and you can still dream. Get ready for the best rom-com of the year.
You're the thing for the nanny.
Oh, that's hot. Catherine Zeta-Jones, The Rebound.
I was only 21 when an opportunity came up for me to take over a salon in Rathmines. My husband gave me the encouragement, and then AIB sorted me out financially. Things were as difficult as they are now, but ladies always get their hair done. We still have all our business through AIB, our mortgage, savings, investments, everything. I even put my first communion money in there.
Be with AIB.
Hey, are you following me? Who could you be?
Whatever you've eaten throughout the day, chewing Wrigley's Extra helps keep your teeth clean and mouth fresh. Whatever you eat, chew Wrigley's Extra.
It's here and bigger than ever. Baby, I like it. Now 76. 14 26 top chart hits. 9 massive number ones.
My God. She said, I love you, baby. Oh, oh, oh.
The biggest and the best. Now 76. Now that's what I call music.
Once upon a time in the far distant past, according to legend, this was a country in which everybody was a millionaire. Sadly, we are no longer millionaires and we must question where we spend the money. Clearly, we're going to question how we spend money on our television experience. Sky care that you've got the best kind of quality in your home. And it doesn't necessarily cost you more.
For less than you pay for your UPC Digital Plus package a month, you could be enjoying Sky TV from just €22 a month with a free Sky Plus box. Switch today to Ireland's favourite TV service. Sky. Believe in better.
Late to a contest of speed. The irony. The spark versus the blaze. Both armed with a new weapon. Lighter and faster than anything that's gone before. Speed meets speed. And the gods will decide.
Keep going. You can last another game.
Just 2 more lengths. Come on. Just 1 more minute this time.
When you're the only competition, performance is personal. New Lucasade Sport Light with only 50 calories. Improve your workout.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back as the presentation is about to take place. The chairman of the Munster Council, Sean Walsh from Kerry, is speaking at the moment. There he is, in the presence of the president of the GA, Christy Cooney, on the right. Disappointed, I know, as a Yall man, but I'm sure will congratulate his neighbours from across the bridge and say well done to Waterford, because this was a wonderful Munster final, particularly second half. First half not so great, but the second minute of the second period of extra time belongs to Dan Shanahan, who scored the crucial goal. Stephen Malumphey is the winning captain. Here it is, as John Milan celebrates. Sean Kelly, Munster Council Chairman, presents the Munster Trophy to Stephen Malumphey. Listen to the cheer as Waterford are declared Munster Hurling Champions for the 9th time. Wonderful scenes in Semple Stadium, and there will be lots of people who will argue that perhaps the Munster Hurling final, a lot more big games, should be under floodlights. Davy Fitzgerald is truly delighted there with Pádraig Fanning, one of his co-selectors. A historic night for the Dacians.
Well, it is late and it's wet here at Semple Stadium in Thurles, but the Waterford supporters certainly won't mind that. The trophy is with Stephen Malumphey and the Waterford team here this evening. Let's get a word from the panel. Cyril, it was always going to be a dramatic finish, and it was.
Yeah, and while the hurling at times, the intensity was very high, Michael. Even the first half, and the boys are saying it wasn't brilliant, but the high intensity came into it. Waterford will be very happy tonight after winning that game. They were very, very fit. No one Fitzy, he would have them high. That would be high intensity the whole time. He plays a game of containment, of crowding out the middle. It may not look fancy, but they're not to worry about. They're just worried about the result, and they're going to take great encouragement from this. They're going to fancy themselves no matter who they meet. And they're the one team, that would believe in themselves. Got hammered by Kilkenny a few years ago. They came back. They'll get strength from this. It's tough on Cork to go out next Sunday. They produced a great game as well. And a few things just went wrong for them. But I suppose it was the goal that Waterford actually got that won the actual game for them.
Tomas McCahey and Gerald Nan are here with me in the studio. We'll hear from them very shortly. We have a short break to take for us, but do stay with us for further reflection on Waterford's victory in this year's Munster Hurling final replay.
Centra, ahead of the game.
Every so often something comes along that's worth moving for.
He was a bore, a true shore, and I still wonder why I ever wanted to see him more. I know it's useless to
For just €50 a month, our customers can enjoy 350 minutes and 150 texts to any network, plus one of the many great extras like free evening and weekend calls to any network. Get more with O2. O2. Together is better.
This is FBD Insurance. A long, long time ago, we started out insuring farmers. And we still do. Like Michael here. All right, Michael. Recently, we've gotten bigger. Over 500,000 policies last year alone. That's a whole bunch of homes, cars and businesses we've looked after. And we reckon where we come from, oh, that's very good, gives us a clearer picture of what you need. So call one of our helpful staff today or click onto us. FBD. Our policy is you.
1 year old already, my little boy is growing up. He shares everything with his new friends. Really, everything. How can I ensure I give him all the support he needs?
Your toddler is growing up fast on the outside and still needs support from the inside. Aptamil Growing Up Milk contains our unique blend of prebiotics that helps your toddler maintain healthy gut flora. Aptamil Growing Up Milk with prebiotics to support your toddler from the inside until he's 3.
Smirnoff Mojito and Smirnoff Cosmopolitan. Dress up. Get together.
At the Halford Summer Sale, we're the bike specialists with huge choice and expert help. We've the new exclusive Reebok range, all at half price. Men's and women's bikes, town and trail plus mountain bikes, they're all half price. And we've half price BMX and half price Reebok kids bikes too. Our expert team will assemble, safety check and personally adjust your new bike for you free. And you can reserve online at halfords.ie and collect your built bike in store. Half price bikes at the Halford Sale now.
Dogs have always had subtle little ways of telling you when something's wrong. But with gum disease, it's not that easy. So Pedigree developed Dentasticks. Just one chew a day could help reduce tartar build-up by up to 80%, reducing the risk of gum disease, letting him get on with the really important stuff.
It's Dan the Man, and here in Thurles this evening, he is the man getting the score that clinched the Munster title for Waterford. Yeah, welcome back to the Saturday Game Live. Waterford indeed are the 2010 Munster Hurling champions this evening here at Semper Stadium. After extra time, it finished. Waterford 1 goal and 16 points. Cork 1 goal and 13. Cyril Farr, Tomas Mackay and Gerlach Nan with me in the studio. Just time, lads, for a quick comment before we go off air. Tomas, hard look, you're beaten here. That's disappointing to lose the Munster final, but also the other worry is you now got to play next weekend again against possibly Antrim, possibly Offaly.
Yeah, I suppose, Mike, when you go to extra time like that, you're going to be disappointed losing the Munster final as well. But I don't think Cork can have any complaints tonight. You know, we struggled in a forward division in the second half. Waterford defensively were very, very good. They came with a game plan, and Cork were unable to break them down. And you know, it's ironic that I think Davy Fitzgerald spoke to Dan a couple of weeks ago and said, look, for the Munster final against Cork, we're going in with a game plan. You might not be involved, but you will get your opportunity. And his opportunity came tonight. So I'm sure Dan is a happy man that he stuck with it, and I'd say there'll be a large bottle or two around Lismore or Dungarvan tonight, you know, so even to one, you know, so.
Sure, it's a great win.
It is, you know, and when you think of Waterford, in the long history of the Munster Championship, you know, over 120 years, whatever it is, Waterford have only won 9 championships. And there's about 10 of these fellas who have won 4 of those. That'll tell you the greatness of that Waterford team. You know, they're fantastic players, fantastic leaders. But also massive credit must go to Davy Fitz. If you go from the wreckage of 2008 and that All-Ireland final against Kilkenny, to go from that and think they'll be back 2 years later and win a Munster Championship, you know, it shows the determination he has, the organisation he has, the great setup he has. They were in fantastic shape, and I think at the end of the day they deserved it. And fitting that Dan should score the winning goal. And I suppose if there's ever a film made about this, it could well be entitled "The Legend of Dan the Man." You know, it would be a very appropriate one.
We mightn't have the film, but we have the title already. Okay, that's where we're going to have to leave.
Under the tree, anyway.
That's where we're going to have to leave it for this evening. Waterford are the 2010 Munster Hurling champions. My thanks to Cyril Farrell, Tomas McCahey and Gerlach Land for their company, and from all of us here in Thurles, it's bye-bye.
He picks up the phone, turns on the red light, pick up the key, and turn.
Did she hear me?
And I waited all night, and he's not come back.
Steven Spielberg's Munich, next on RTE2.
There's a new eating experience from McDonald's. Freshly prepared wraps, soft tortilla, succulent chicken, cucumber,